Hello everyone, welcome to Lime Guru channel. In this video, we will learn about MLflow. So let's get started. MLflow is a Python library to manage your machine learning model lifecycle. Manage machine learning model lifecycle. So it consists of different components, and I will tell you each of the component with the help of an example. Let's say that you want to start with the model development. So the first thing that you will do is that you will start writing some data science code. You will try to tune that code using different hypervisor parameters, training parameters, and passing the different data files. So you will run different experiments with your code to achieve the desired result of your machine learning model. Now in this these different experiments, you will try to keep on changing your parameters, your code logic, your data files, and then you will be observing the output, that how your output is coming. And all of these experiments that you will run will be part of your different run, right? Now with the help of a MLflow, there is a one component which is ML tracking. Let me write down here ML tracking. So ML tracking helps you to track each and every experiment which you are running against your parameters, code, data files, and output, and that you can use it over a user interface. Now this UI, ML tracking UI, either you can run it locally or you can run it on a centralized server so that others can also see that how your model is behaving with respect to different experiments, what output it generated, what was the parameters used in different experiments. That can be governed through ML tracking component, and it's very easy to configure within your code. You just need to import MLflow library and you can start logging all these experiments so that the experiments can be available on the ML tracking component. The next thing could be that let's say you want to structure your code, whatever whatever code you have written, you want to structure it, and for that MLflow offers another component which is ML projects. ML projects. So let me write down here another component which is ML projects. So ML projects, you can think it of as a it's a this is how you structure your all data science code. Structure data science code which contains your code files. It contains your dependent files, your artifact, and one special file which consists of like how you want to run your ML project. Let's say you have written a Python file, and there are dependent files which are getting used within that Python file, which contains your data science code. Then you will specify a command at how you can run your Python file. So it consists of project file also, which you can think it of as a configuration, like what is the entry point for your project, what all dependent files are there, how you can pass the parameters to run your ML project. So all these information is contained in the project file, and it contains all the dependent files also. So you can think it of as a structure of your code, which you can either push it to Git or you can create it in a folder, and that is what it is called a ML projects. ML projects basically is created so that any other person, any other data scientist can also use your project which you have created. You just by using a simple ML run command, the same projects anyone else can also run, which you have implemented. The next thing is, let's say you have developed a model. The next thing is that you want to export a model, right? And you want to export in a serialized version so that it can be deployed on any platform. Either it could be cloud platform or a big data platform. Your model could be served, right? So for that, there is another component within MLflow which is called ML models. ML models, so you can think it of that once you have developed your model, you can export it to a binary version or a serialized version. So it may contain your pickle file or PML file. However you want to export it, so it contains those file, and there is another dependencies file also, which contains all the dependency or the specifications of your model, that how this model can be run on a production, which can contain like all the dependent Python libraries. Like if you use sklearn, you use TensorFlow, so all those libraries would be specified in that dependencies file. So you can think it of as a configuration file or a YAML file, which contains all the dependencies to run this pickle or PMM model whenever this model has to be served either online or offline. So this component is called ML model. This is the third component, and the one of the last component is the model registry. So model registry, what it does is, so now you have exported your model which contains pickle or PML file. You can send it to a centralized repo also. So once you send this model to a centralized repo, so there would be a version created. It will do the versioning of your model and it will tag to a particular model name. And whenever you send a new version of the model to the same name, then it will create a different version. So versions will be keep on getting incremented whenever you modify any model within the model registry for the same model name. So it maintains a centralized repo of your model so that anyone else can track that how this model has been evaluated, has been changed over a time, and they can track back like how this model has been served in production over past historically. So this component is model registry. So these are the four components which basically are offered by MLflow library, and these helps you to manage your machine learning life cycle. So if I just give you a recap, ML tracking is more on the development or the training side, where you can track your model experiments, run different parameters, code, data files, output tag to that experiment. You can compare those experiments against each other and choose the best one just by looking at those parameters and output onto ML tracking UI. Then we have ML project, where you can which basically specify that how you can structure your code and how anybody else can run your whole project. So you specify a project file where it's mentioned like what is the entry point to run this particular data science code or a machine learning project, what is the command to run your project, what all parameters needs to be passed. All these commands need to be specified within ML project. Then when you can export this model to a binary or a serialized version, then that module is called ML models. And MLflow supports most of the machine learning models or techniques which using MLflow you can export most of the techniques to ML models, and it will automatically create your pickle PML file and the dependency files automatically. And last, you can register your model on a centralized repository of your organization, so that it can be versioned and tagged against a particular model name, and each of the version can be incremented whenever you do any incremental change within your model file. So this is the overall idea about MLflow, what it offers end-to-end tracking for your machine learning model life cycle. I hope you got the overall concept. Do like this video and do subscribe Lime Guru channel to support us. Thank you.